Hey everybody, it's Sandra Birchmore here. You know, in all my years of working with people, I've noticed something really interesting. Some people just seem to take things more personally than others. It's like every comment, every little thing, goes right to their heart. And you know, I get it, we've all been there. We've all had those moments where someone says something and it just rubs us the wrong way. But some people, they seem to experience this almost every day. It's like they're walking around with their feelings on their sleeve, just waiting for someone to bump into them. So I thought it would be helpful to talk about some of the signs that someone might be taking things a little too personally. Because let's face it, life is too short to be constantly feeling offended or hurt. We deserve to live our lives with a little more joy, a little more confidence, and a lot less sensitivity. Sound good? All right, let's get into it. Okay, so let's start with a big one: criticism. You know, that thing that nobody really enjoys but is, unfortunately, a part of life. Well, for people who tend to take things personally, criticism can feel like a punch in the gut. I'm not talking about mean-spirited jabs or insults here. I'm talking about constructive criticism, the kind that's meant to help you grow and improve. Even a gentle suggestion can send them into a tailspin. They might get defensive, raise their voice, or even shut down completely. It's like they see any form of criticism as a personal attack on their character, rather than an opportunity to learn and grow. And you know, I get it. Nobody likes to be told they're wrong or that they could be doing something better. But the truth is, we all make mistakes. We all have room for improvement. The key is to try not to take criticism so personally. Easier said than done, right? But trust me, with a little practice, you can learn to separate your ego from the feedback and use it to become the best version of yourself. Have you ever known someone who's always fishing for compliments? Like, they'll put themselves down just to have you disagree with them? That, my friends, is a classic sign of someone who's taking things personally. They crave validation from others because they don't quite believe in themselves. They need constant reassurance that they're good enough, smart enough, pretty enough, you name it. And it's exhausting, isn't it? Both for the person constantly seeking approval and for the people around them who are constantly being asked to prop them up. It's like they're stuck in a cycle of self-doubt and insecurity, and the only way they know how to break free is to get that external validation. But here's the thing: true confidence comes from within. It's about learning to love and accept yourself, flaws and all. It's about recognizing your own worth, regardless of what others may think or say. Okay, let's talk about the fine art of getting offended. You know, that thing where someone can say something completely innocuous, and suddenly someone's feeling personally attacked. It's like they're walking around with a metaphorical magnifying glass, searching for any hint of negativity or judgment. And let me tell you, they're experts at finding it, even when it's not there. A casual comment about the weather? Offensive. A harmless joke? Deeply hurtful. A different opinion? Blasphemy. It's like they're looking for reasons to be offended, to feel wronged, to play the victim. And it creates so much unnecessary drama and conflict in their lives. Here's a little secret. Most of the time, people aren't intentionally trying to offend you. They're just living their lives, expressing their thoughts and opinions, just like you and me. Chapter 4. Holding grudges. You know what they say, forgiveness is a gift you give yourself. But for people who take things personally, forgiveness is a foreign concept. They hold on to grudges like they're precious family heirlooms, refusing to let go of past hurts and resentments. Someone cut them off in traffic 5 years ago. They're still fuming about it. A friend forgot their birthday? Unforgivable. They replay these negative experiences over and over in their minds, letting the anger and resentment fester and grow. It's like they're carrying around a heavy backpack full of rocks, weighing them down and preventing them from moving on. And let's be honest, holding a grudge doesn't hurt the other person. It hurts you. It keeps you stuck in the past, poisoning your present and your future. Oh, the overanalyzers. These are the folks who could write a 10-page dissertation on the hidden meaning behind a text message. They dissect every interaction, every word, every glance, searching for any indication that someone might secretly dislike them or be plotting against them. A friend cancels plans at the last minute? They must be mad at them. A coworker doesn't say hello in the hallway? They're definitely talking about them behind their back. It's exhausting, isn't it? All that mental energy wasted on creating worst-case scenarios and imagining slights where none exist. Here's the thing about overanalyzing. It rarely leads to any accurate conclusions. In fact, it usually just makes you feel worse, fueling your insecurities and anxieties. Now, this one might seem a little counterintuitive. You'd think that someone who takes things personally would be more likely to speak their mind and stand up for themselves, right? But often, it's the opposite. People who are overly sensitive tend to avoid confrontation like the plague. They'd rather bottle up their feelings and stew in resentment than risk a potential conflict. Why? Because confrontation requires vulnerability. It means expressing your needs and feelings, and for someone who takes things personally, that can feel incredibly risky. They're terrified of being judged, rejected, or, worst of all, told that they're wrong. So they stay silent, letting their resentment and frustration simmer beneath the surface. And finally, let's talk about the masters of misinterpretation, those who take neutral comments personally. You know, the ones who can twist a simple "how are you" into a personal attack. Someone says, "That's an interesting outfit," and they immediately assume it's an insult. Someone offers a suggestion, and they take it as a criticism of their entire being. It's like they have a special talent for finding the negative spin on even the most innocuous comments, and it creates so much unnecessary stress and anxiety in their lives. Here's a little tip. Sometimes a cigar is just a cigar, or in this case, sometimes a comment is just a comment. It's not always about you. So, there you have it, folks. 7 signs that someone might be taking things a little too personally. And listen, I get it. We all have our moments. We all have our insecurities and sensitivities. But the key is to try not to let those insecurities rule our lives. Life is too short to be constantly feeling offended or hurt. We deserve to live our lives with a little more joy, a little more confidence, and a lot less sensitivity. Remember, you are loved, you are worthy, and you are enough, just the way you are.